Very interesting. This was also some of this I didn't pay attention to as far as what they were telling me, and so it's just like I'm in a fuzzy area of comprehension because there's basically I didn't know how much of this type of information coming from them was relevant, and because it leads into Area 51, the early space race, the development of the craft, the weaponization.
This is a big mystery too. When they shut down the shuttle program, there was 4 more hulls parked in the hangar there at NASA, Kennedy Space Center, that nobody saw them leave. They did not go out on boats, they did not go out on planes, but they're not in the hangar.
Like
they just vanished.
3 things that you said, from the beaming out the astronauts, I vaguely remember, to the subtle clues with the logo switching and things like that being basically possible signs to wake people up. And I vaguely remember what you just said about the equipment, the shuttle being in the hangar, but never being recorded having left or having been moved out in any fashion, but not basically being there anymore.
4 of them.
Right.
4, yeah.
And so these are just little.
They put EDO drives on them and just ran them up the flight strip and took off. Ran them up into space. Because the EDO ones don't need a fuel tank. They don't need boost. They don't need anything. And I've got video footage of taken from a Varan edition with an EDO drive operating out at Saturn, and he's holding the camera out the portal, and you can see an American shuttle with an EDO drive flying between him and Titan. So yeah, I know where they are, or where they were, because I destroyed them when I flew Mimas. I pissed off both Obama and because Putin actually had more flying hardware and personnel out there than we did. That was what that Norway portal was about. They were transferring ships and personnel out to Mimas, which was their main operating base and a battle platform, to do mining of the rings and things for exotic materials, to build more tech.
I can
with
recall
materials that don't exist on Earth.
I recall a little bit of EOD drives, and the people you mentioned were both there as well. And I know of mining operations and exotic material mining operations that were ongoing and are basically various factions fighting over rights to various locales and how it's all playing out. But they're both there, and so this is all part of it. It's all actually connected to the cloning situation and what are known as cloning stations and the information basically regarding that.
Yeah,
which is just a simple. That has nothing. The cloning stations are. If anybody listens to this entire recording, they'll understand that the cloning stations are a single page in the book of what's going on.
Yeah. Most of the Android ones are on Mars, but the cloning stations they're doing those all over the place.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I can give you a whole thing of images where you can watch all their busted shit walking by the camera that's normally on. What moon is it? Dion. Yeah, all of the stuff I killed that was parked at Mimas goes flying past. If you walk through the frames, you can watch the ship debris dead in space tumbling past. And here's the sad part. The Ringmakers of Saturn, that's another group of ETs with those long tube ships, went and did a rescue operation on them, and recovered them from their dead ships and damaged ships. And when they brought them aboard, they hijacked a bunch of them. These idiots, these folks were out there to help them, and when they came aboard, they hijacked the ships. the way these folks are. So now they got a bunch of rod ships, which we see operating in Earth orbit now, where they never came anywhere near us before. And now they're run by the Cabal members. They just hijack anything.
Right, that's their whole game. I vaguely remember something about that, a rescue mission where then that was overtaken by the so-called pirates. These cabal groups, the dark factions, basically.
Yep.
Vaguely remember.